Mortgage Mark here. Let's talk about the home loan basics. The three most often asked questions I get: what's my rate, what's my payment, and what are the costs? So guys, let's cover those real quick. So if you bought a home before, this may be slightly elementary. If you've never bought a home, then pay attention. So first and foremost, let's talk the payment, because that's usually the biggest thing that people want to know first. Hey, what's my payment? Well, guess what? It is a product of the interest rate, which we'll talk about in a second. But with mortgage payments, the way we qualify you in the industry is off what's called PITI. And it's called PITI. People don't call it pity, at least not in the industry. So don't worry about pity. But PITI stands for principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. So guys, whether or not all those are actually part of the actual monthly payment obligation to be determined how you structure your loan. But just know that we qualify somebody with all that, and that's our recommendation on how you should budget your money. So PITI, principal and interest, known as the P&I, that's the actual mortgage part. So if you borrowed money for 30 years, fixed rate, that's the part that will never change. The TI, the taxes and insurance. So guys, there's property taxes on a home. The county, the city, schools, all that stuff they need to run, they get it through property taxes. And then lastly, the homeowner's insurance. That covers you, so in case your home burns down, you guys can build it back up and the mortgage company can get paid. So guys, that's your payment piece. Closing cost, man, there's a whole bunch to talk about. They do exist. There are programs for zero down or no closing cost. Check out that section. There's a whole video that's going to go real in depth on that, and our fees are even shown here online. Guys, at the end of the day, the closing costs, they're all about the same from lender to lender. There's very small minor differences. And then lastly, your interest rate. Guys, those change daily. So until you lock your rate, which by the way typically can't happen until you have a closing date, like an actual purchase contract as well as a closing date, rates can change every single day, so it doesn't really matter. You don't need to do a whole bunch of shopping right now to compare mortgage companies. But certainly it's worth it to call someone like us. We'll be happy to walk you through that process, answer the questions what they are now, give you our 2 cents where we think they're going, and help you plan accordingly. But that's kind of the home loan basic, guys. So what's my payment? What's the rate? What's the cost? Again, payment and rate kind of go together. The closing costs, check it out. They do exist, and it's a whole breakdown there. If you have any questions, let us know. But the next step, or the first step, depending on where you are, is to get pre-qualified for a mortgage. So be sure to check that out in our next step, and we'll go from there. We look forward to working with you guys.